Okay.
Now is recording.
Okay, perfect. So, welcome to the first webinar of the Viral Skills project. I'm really excited to get started with you and to talk with you about what you can feature in your webinars and how you can do it on a technical side. So first, let's talk about the content. As you maybe know, I will show you now how to do a webinar, but you will be expected to do a webinar with your participants of the pilot. So it should be more or less an opportunity for your participants to get in touch with you, to ask questions. Of course, this was all planned before the current situation. So the idea was that your participants go home, test their VR equipment, use the e-TIC and test a few of the VR software applications that we provided. And then you would meet online and a little bit steer their learning process and be available for questions. So we'll see how this will play out in reality now. But the next idea that we had, I think Nadine and I, when we traveled back from the learning and teaching activity in Bielefeld, was that we will do the webinars in a very simplified way. So we will allow every partner to do the webinar in their national language. So for example, Italy will do the webinar in Italian and then provide maybe subtitles, but it should really be an engaging and accessible activity for your participants. So every partner will do more or less the same webinar, but in their language. In the case of our 3 German-speaking partners, we will have a different focus for each. So I'm showing you this technical part, then the University of Graz will do a little bit of a theory part, but be also available for questions. And I guess that the FHM will do a little bit of a technical introduction as well. So I hope so far everything is clear. If you have any questions, please use the chat. I think this is the best way for now. Otherwise you would be featured very publicly in this in my screen. Okay, so for now, let's jump. Oh no, sorry. One more thing. We talked about different platforms where you can hold your webinar. So I'm going to talk about 2 now. The first is Zoom that we are using right now, and I think it would be a very good tool if you have a small group, if you wish for a private setting, and yeah, if you want to steer learning process with just a few people. So in order to use Zoom, you have to have an account. You have to host a meeting. I think everyone here knows already how to use Zoom, maybe has another account already. And yeah, you can then invite your participants to join the meeting, and it would be more or less like this, because you will talk to them face to face and be able to clarify any open questions. If you, very important, if you're doing an official webinar for Viral Skills, please record your screen as I'm doing now. Because in our proposal, it said that we will have these webinars available later on. So we really want to have the recordings of these webinars and maybe put them on YouTube. The point here is that we will do it as an unlisted YouTube video. I will explain this a little bit later as well. But this means that only people who have the link can also see it. So it's not public for everybody to see, but for only the people who are involved in the project, who are interested and are supplied with the link. Okay, let me just check. I think this should be everything about the Zoom way. Is there any open questions from your sides? Everything clear? Okay. Then now YouTube, I mentioned it a little bit. So Viral Skills has a YouTube channel. I will show it to you right now. We have it here. I hope you can see it very well. Let's see if I can post it. Okay, here's our Viral Skills channel. Everybody who is involved in the project, so the project team members, will be supplied with the info how to log on to this channel, so you can use it as well. Of course, I will not show it publicly now, but I can send you the username and the password, and then you can log on this. And you access this channel by clicking on the logo here and then on your channel. And then you will be here. Okay. In order to make a webinar on YouTube, it's very important that you have a date before this, and you set a date, and that you want to talk to a really big group of people. So it's not a private setting, but it's more like you're reaching more people. And of course, they will also not be visible. So right now you are visible in my screen because you have shared your video, but for this YouTube webinar, your participants will not be visible, but they can talk to you via a chat. Okay, I will show you as we go along. Okay, so if you want to do the live stream, you click here on YouTube Studio. Loads a little bit. Okay, you can see our latest videos, this one that we already uploaded. For the moment, it's a small channel, but hopefully we will gain some more followers and views. And then you click here on Create and Go Live. Don't be afraid. I was shocked the first time because it asks me right away if it may uses my camera. For this, I will need to stop my video here. Let me see. Okay, so now you can't see me anymore, but hopefully you still hear me because I need to allow YouTube to access my webcam. So no worries, right now my webcam is filming already, but it's not live. I need to confirm this later on. So I will just put down a title, for example, webinar test. I will set the visibility. So I really recommend to do it unlisted so that only the people who have a link can view the video. Or if you want to test it a little bit before you inviting anyone, you can also do private and then only you can see the live stream. But I will do it for unlisted right now. You can either start right away or you can schedule your webinar for later if you click here. And for example, I want to do it, let's say at 12. You can, of course, put down any date and any time you want. Very important is also that you click here that it's not made for kids, otherwise it would show up in a very specific area of YouTube.
Sorry, Karina.
Yes.
Karina.
Yes.
Sorry, but I don't see anything.
You can't see my screen anymore?
No, me neither. I see
the
PowerPoint.
Sorry?
It's only the PowerPoint presentation, but we can see not the YouTube.
All the time already?
Yes, I thought it's my internet, but okay, now it's not my internet.
All right. Okay, then I will go back.
Okay, now here we are.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I will go back to the first thing and start over again. And we'll,
Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia, because I cannot see you anymore. Okay.
Okay, it's fine now. Now, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And sorry for talking so much without you being able to see anything that I'm doing. But okay, it's the first time for me to in this kind of context. So yeah. Okay. As I said, you will, as soon as you log on YouTube, you will be able to see the channel dashboard. You can access it here in the right upper corner if you click on the Virus Skills logo and then on your channel, and then you will be here in this dashboard. If you want to go live, you click on this Create button and then go live. You can also do it here, but I like to do it that way. And then we are in this area that I showed you before. Normally, a pop-up comes right here and asks if YouTube is enabled to use your webcam and your microphone, and you should click yes in order to proceed. Don't worry, while it's filming, you can maybe see my hands now, it's not public on YouTube yet, it's just filming this preview here. If you don't want to use your webcam, and if you are very professional and have an external software for streaming, you should click in the menu here on the left on stream, and then you can connect it with an external software. But we won't do it for now because it's not required. If you can, of course, the quality will maybe be better, but it's also absolutely fine to use your webcam. So I'm here in the left on webcam, and now I can create a title, for example, webinar test. Here in the second row, what I said earlier is the setting, who is able to see your video. I recommend unlisted, but if you want to do it in a test run, you can click on private. And here you can schedule it for later, put down any date you want, any time you want, let's say 12. And here in the bottom, you need to say that it's not made for kids. And then you click next. Then you do a screenshot. Automatically, hopefully, yes. You can, of course, do anything you want. You can also upload a custom thumbnail. So, for example, the Virus Kills logo, or a slide that you have prepared as a picture, anything you want. And then you can either go live directly. So watch out, if you have scheduled it for a later point in time, then you don't have to go live, but you can go live at any time, even though you have scheduled it for later. So if you don't want to do that, just click on done and it will close and take you to this area in the menu where it says manage. And now you can see your webinar, the title, you can add a description. Let's see if I want to say edit. Webinar. Okay. Oh, it did not work because I think this is in the way. Let's try it again. And now I click save and I have my description. I can see when it's due and what the visibility is. I can change it here as well. And yeah, so let's say the time has passed and I want to do it now. So I will just click here on go live. It gives you a few seconds, but watch out, it's already recording. And now it says you're live. You can see here in the upper left corner that you're live, the timestamp. So as you can see, a few seconds have already passed. Probably the video for you is now a little bit laggy, but that's fine because my camera is trying to do two things at once. And you can see how many people are viewing at the moment and how many people are liking your live stream. And here on the left, on the right side, you have the live chat. So if your viewers have any questions or any comments, they can provide it in the live chat, and you can either answer it as well here in the written form, or you can just answer the questions directly. The important part here is that your attendees or users, they can only use this live chat if they are logged into YouTube. This means they have to have a Google account or a YouTube account. It's basically the same thing, but they have to have it connected in order to write some comments. And please notify them that their name will, of course, be visible on YouTube. So, data protection regulations. Okay, I will now end my stream because I said everything that I want to do. We'll end it. And now you can see there pops up a little window also with my thumbnail that I took earlier. I can see how many people have watched and if I gained any new subscribers. Apparently not. The total time. Yeah, so if I want to, I can edit it now in the studio. For example, if I was not there from the first moment, you can click here on trim and put a little bit time here and cut it. And then click preview. and save as. And now I'm just doing a copy of webinar test. Yeah, okay, never mind, save as new. Okay, so now I should have 2 videos. If I click here on the left on channel videos, and I click on live, I have the webinar as I did it. So without the cut that I did now in the editing mode. And I can here again change the visibility and so on. And I can also, if I want to, of course, delete it forever. I will show you this in a second. If I go back to uploads, you can see that it has started uploading the video that I tried to cut. And it says also copy of the webinar test. But I don't want to keep this one, so I will just delete it. And it says permanently delete this video, and you have to click here to I understand that deleting is permanent and can't be undone. So please be careful to not delete another webinar, because of course at the moment there's nothing much in here. But if we, as we proceed with the implementation, there will be the webinars of the other partners. So please be sure to only edit your own videos. Here I can now click on this one. I will see again the beautiful thumbnail that I took. I can edit the description and also the title. I can again do another thumbnail here. I can change the visibility. And most importantly, as we said, it's unlisted. I have here the link that I can share with anyone that I want to see the video. So if I click on it, watch out, it's already recording. Beautiful, my voice. Here's the video. Now it's live on YouTube, and you can see here below it's unlisted. I'm a little bit curious because it says 2 views, but only myself is able to see it. But I probably it's myself. Yes. Okay. Of course, I don't want this one to be available forever, so I can delete it again. But I think for now I will have to keep it unlisted and see if I can use it later on if I cut this video together with the one that I will do later. So let me check my notes, but I think this is everything from the technical side. So let's stop the screen recording and start up my video again. And hi. How was it? Do you have any other questions?
No,
I have a question, Karina.
Yes?
What is the suggested duration of our webinar? What do we suggest?
It should be 30 minutes in total per partner. So this is set in the proposal. But what you can do, what I'm doing now, obviously as well, is I will split the webinar. So I'm doing one with you and then one with the other partners. So overall, I will provide a video that has 30 minutes duration.
30?
30 minutes, yes.
And how many participants?
This is not set in the proposal. So of course it should be your pilot participants. So how many were they? Let me just check.
10.
I think every partner has to do it with
10 people normally.
10 people? Yes, 10 allied educators. So you should have at least 10 people who have watched your webinar on YouTube or have joined during a Zoom webinar.
And what kind of evidence do we need in this online session?
Sorry, I did not hear.
What kind of evidence do we need in this online case?
I kind of...
Help desk?
Evidence. Do we need screenshots of...
Evidence. Yeah, I think so. So for YouTube, it's easier because it automatically counts the viewers that you had. So it's also showing if a person is just clicking here and into your video and watching it for 30 seconds, it will already count as a view. In Zoom, I think you have to be a little bit careful. I will later watch the recording that Georg now took and see if we're all visible, because in my testing, I was able to set it that the participants would not show up in the video. So you can do this as well. We will see. And because you have a video afterwards, we can also blur them out. But I think it would be good to have at least the list of names for the Zoom meeting. We can, of course, make them not recognizable, but you should be able to show somehow that you really did this webinar for real people and not just for the camera. Yes, Patricia.
Honestly, I think that 30 minutes are really a lot on video.
Yeah, they are. I struggled in preparing this webinar as well, because it was like, I'm done very quick probably, yeah. So you can split it. I would also recommend it to split, especially in the situation that we are in now, because your participants will probably have more questions along the way that you can do in one setting, you know.
And
So,
what about the topic? In order to, are we going to have the same webinar?
yes, I think the best is to talk a little bit about the project, be available for questions, and maybe show a little bit of your VR equipment. Yeah. But I don't think that there is much additional things that you need to do. I remember in the learning and teaching activity, we talked about a keynote that is based on the things that you have developed for the compendium and for the training course. You can do this, but I don't want to give you this, this instruction as an obligation, so that you have to do it mandatorily, because maybe you want to do something else, and it would be.
If there is a problem, if some of the participants are adult educators from our institutions?
I don't think so. At the moment, there is no way of checking this.
Yeah.
So we only, and
By
also
the way, Karina, shall I stop the recording?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.